We are now recording.
All right, start off stuff.
All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Godly Spiritual Ladies. I'm one of your co-hosts, Gwendolyn.
And I am Sheila. Hello, welcome. Happy
Hello.
Valentine.
Yeah, if you do something. Which, okay, you know what? I forgot it was Valentine's Day tomorrow, and I'm just like, oh, that goes into this episode perfectly. Because we talk about relationships this time around. I was like, okay, cool.
Lack thereof.
Huh?
Or the lack thereof.
Well, yeah, and all kinds of stuff. So we're going to get into that. But first, Sheila going to pray, and we're going to start.
If we all would be so kind as to lovingly bow your heads wherever you happen to be in the universe. And let's come to our Father in humility and sincerity. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for this opportunity that you allow us to just come together to do your will, to do the work that you have appointed us to do and that you anoint us to do. And that is to share our thoughts, our everyday lives with one to how many, that it may touch or correspond with someone. And sometimes that someone is even ourselves. We ask that you continue to heal those that are sick, heal those that need to be healed, because there is a difference. There are testimonies that need to be made, and sometimes those that we would love to be healed cannot be healed. Lord God, we ask for those that are currently starving, that they find a meal, that you grant them a meal today. We ask that you protect those that are suffering mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. We just ask that you reach out your grace to those that believe and those that do not believe. We know that for us, you are with us always, even when we wish you weren't. Temporarily, like a short break, like a short break. We love you. We hope that we serve you well. Let us all say amen.
Amen.
Well, I'm going to be honest.
I know. I just laughed at that because I'm just like, yeah, I get it.
Like, Lord, close your eyes. Lord, close your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Have to do something bad.
Yeah. Okay. So, we're going to get into this one. We're going to start with this beat.
Yes.
See,
this start with our beat, people.
Yes, because I'm proud of myself this time because you see this? I have gradients. There's levels. This is expensive lipstick. This is NARS.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah. I got it on sale, but it's good.
This lip gloss. This lip gloss. Can't tell you who. I think it's Dollar Store.
You actually have on something, so that's amazing in itself.
True.
Anyway. Anyway, and also, like I said, with these lashes, going magnetic. I have on lashes, look. And I don't look like I'm cross-eyed or blind. Because that's what happened with the other ones, because they be like this, on your face, and you're like one falling off and waving at you. And I'm like, these are actually on my face in the right spot. I am being, I'm being utterly silly. But anyway, so we are going to start. I am going to, let's see, should I start with the rant or the stats?
Oh, let's start with stats and then rant. Because that's what people come up here for. And while you start with that, I'm going to make a run for it to the weight machine.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Because she forgot. So, hello, people. Okay. Well, I'll wait till she gets back. Just because it's kind of weird to talk about it with, she's not in, she's not gonna hear everything and stuff because she that way. But anyway, okay. So now here's my stats. So how should I start this off with? What had happened was I was busy lazy. That's what I'm calling it. Busy lazy. Because the truth was I was busy because school isn't full-fledged right now. So I got my last semester at school. And yay, I got a new job. It's like fan freaking tastic. But I still got my other job. And I still got to do field, which is like a lot. So that's the busy part. The lazy part is when I was taking my breaks, I was not exercising and doing it. I'm sitting here and watching the video. I am trying to mentally breathe because of all this stuff. And I sit at this computer all day. Now, the other part of the lazy part that got me in trouble, ice cream. Because for some reason it's a million degrees in my apartment, and the people who run this apartment building, they want to put it on summer inferno. We're just like, I could walk around butt naked or in a bikini and I would still be hot. That is how hot it has been in my apartment. So what your girl did, she went shopping one day. It's like, oh, I haven't had these ice cream bars in a minute. It's them old school ones. You know, they used to have the toasted almond with the stuff on the outside, but I got the strawberry shortcake one that used to be my low key fave. Girl, they were delicious. Yes, you know those. Here's the problem with that. Mm, mm. It's how many boxes we went through. Yeah, see, like 6 come in a box, right? Yeah, and I kept eating those. So in the 2-week process, I think I bought them like 4 or 5 times. Yeah. So your girl gained 6 pounds. Stepped on the scale this morning, went, okay, stepped on the scale, looked down, got off the scale, stepped back on the scale, took a shower, came back to double check. And it said, and my scale, excuse me for cutting, my scale literally said to me, no, bitch, I said it right the first 3 times. You are a 282. Stop. Stop lying. So right then when my scale told me that, I told him we ain't buying no more ice cream. No, we have to stop on ice cream. I'm gonna get the ice pops that are just water and some food coloring that I can eat and cool down because this ice cream may do it. This is
Well,
why
mine say just one box.
they delicious.
I know how delicious they are. Maybe one box.
They, uh, Sheila,
Yes, darling.
they're delicious, and I have zero self control. Is the reason we kept buying the boxes. And because you know what it is,
Hmm.
so busy, did not realize how many times I was getting it and how much I was eating. And I was like, oh, it's not
In other
bad.
words, you were not counting thy calories.
No, that's what I said. Busy. That's not a word. Busy, lazy, right? Because, like I said, I started off good, doing everything I was supposed to. Then I got busy and lazy at the same time. Knowing I could have did it, but I did. That's why I'm not, you know, sugarcoat said, oh, I was just so busy I couldn't think. No, I was lazy too because I could have did it.
Just not call it a priority.
Exactly. That's why I said the lazy part of my end because I did not put it in the priority category. I put it
Right.
on not the back burner, but I put it in the deep freezer on the fridge over there to the left.
Like,
Exactly. And see, when I started, like when I said from last time, I started as like, yeah, I found a new calorie counter that I semi liked. I still hate doing it. Yeah, we're both looking like they okay. This is what happens when family is in your house. Don't ask. Anyway, so I found a calorie counter, and what was good about this one, it's called, yeah, she's gonna check that. So,
are you okay? What do you mean by are you hurt? Did you fall? You fell. You're like 6 something. You fell?
Your floor is so slippery. I made an adjustment to stand up on the sink and just, I don't know. I have no idea how I ended up on the floor.
Why are you standing on the sink?
No, I'm standing on the sink. I'm standing on the floor. Like I made a step and then I just slipped. Legs went out from underneath me. I almost grabbed the microwave going down.
Okay, you know your mic is on and we can hear all of this, but this is hilarious. Well, see,
Oh,
y'all
live
told you
entertainment, people. Live entertainment.
that's not what I was gonna say. I was just gonna say, yeah, it's okay. This is the randomness that you get with this podcast. I hope y'all are all listening, whoever this is, people in Germany and whoever randomly picks this up
I
because
will
I'm
not
like
divulge his age, so to save his pride, I will not divulge his age.
it doesn't matter age thing. Anybody could slip, fall, and bust their butt. They could be 82, 22. It don't matter. You just fall. But it's funny. We check. Yeah, okay.
Just
Now I'm gonna
standing?
laugh.
Just standing?
I don't know. Okay, look. Sheila, you know I'm a klutz, so
True.
I'm like you talking to the wrong one. I'm a klutz. I will
So
fall.
Gwendolyn has sympathy for you, Lloyd, so you're good.
Yeah, I have tripped over air. I don't know how I did it, but I done tripped over the air and the sidewalk, and it's like you've seen me do it.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. I will take that back. I will take that back. I am in the land of klutz, so I'm okay with it. Okay.
Okay, now back to what I was
Continue.
saying. Okay, so I found this calorie counter when I was using it at the beginning that I said I liked. Now the bad part is this name is crazy. It is called Fat Secret. Oh, okay, you heard it. Now, the reason I liked it and that when I was using it was the app on my phone. I could type into it, but I could use it on the dang desktop,
Mhm.
which made it easier for me because I'm like I could be sitting here at the computer doing work. It's like, oh, I just had these two things, type it in, and it was working good. I didn't know that before, and I never really did it before on the desktops with the other ones. Yeah,
Okay, I'm about to say, because I know some of the other ones that we've talked about before, they do, as long as you
right,
log in, you can log in on the website too.
right. But this one to me was the simplest one to put the food
Mhm.
in and work.
Okay.
Because with this one I actually like the desktop better than I like the app.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so I was doing that and stuff, and then yeah, then it's just life and stuff. So for me, the other day, go ahead. What?
While we at this, let me just add, because I mean, I feel like why not? Lloyd, how much have you lost in pounds? Oh, so it's winter, so you quit counting because it's winter?
I am not
You're
mad
not a
at him
bear.
for that. I am not
You're not
mad
a
at
bear.
him for that. I'm not mad. I understand because this winter is when we pack on the pounds because we in the house when you're sitting down and running around and doing stuff and things. Yes, me and Lloyd are right here together.
Oh,
I
and you
told
heard
you that.
you missed what he just said. He said,
What?
plus it's quarantine.
Thank you. Thank you. I have been saying it.
Isn't
That was
that
gonna
what
be
we're
my next thing.
trying to fight about? Isn't that what we're trying to fight against?
Yes, but I'm telling the truth for what really out is the reality out there. I'm like, yeah, that's why the fight is hard.
True that.
I didn't
The
say that. I
struggle is
didn't say
real.
that. No, I did not say that to excuse it. I said no. That's what's making this twice as hard. Yeah, that's what I meant by that. Now, like I was saying, so I realized yesterday because I had ordered some stuff from Amazon Fresh, and I'm like, I went on a snack buying frenzy because is what happens is you cook and you have good meals, right?
Wait, what?
Okay, for people who
I'm
are
sorry.
no, for people who are listening, Sheila's family is at the house. Now, why I keep laughing and stuff is not that the noise that you hear, it's the facial expressions that are on Sheila. We've talked about her eyeballs before, but now she looks like one of the meerkats that pop up out the ground and her eyes be like this looking all around. That's what it is, and that's what I just saw, and I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna get through this explanation in a
Oh,
minute.
he said 269, and then I think I heard him say, "Oh no, it's 289." But then I thought it was 289, but no, it's actually 260. 265. Please me, 265.
Okay, so as one
You
thing for
gained
all.
5 pounds.
Okay, so one thing for all of y'all to know, this is a family affair of like everybody trying to lose weight. Like,
Yeah.
ooh, Sheila, you want to know the craziest thing? Kim. Guess how much he weigh? And you know he little.
80 pounds?
No.
Oh, 135.
That's what he used to weigh. He weighs 165 now. No.
Oh, bad. Okay, never mind.
Because we figured out it's one of his medications that's making him gain weight. And the problem
Doesn't
is,
he want
it's,
to gain weight?
huh?
Doesn't he want to gain weight?
Yeah, but where it is, he look pregnant. It's all in his stomach, nowhere else. Just literally all in the tummy.
Um,
Yeah. So he about 6 months now. Yeah, it's a thing. I'm just saying. Now, back to what I was saying.
He gained a lot of weight, mostly in his stomach too. So Lloyd always used to be pregnant. Remember?
Oh yeah, like that.
Mhm.
Yeah. And we figured out what pill it was, and then he got to talk to that doctor to see about switching that. Yeah, because it wasn't that he wants to gain the weight; it's that he gained it too fast.
Mm.
So I'm like, no. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So went on the snack buying thing, and then yesterday I was just because now I remember making meals. Sometimes the problem is you make the meal, then you eat the meal, then you don't want to eat it again, and you don't want to cook no more, but it's still in the refrigerator, looking at you, and you have to eat something, and then you're like, and then you have to work and do all the stuff, and you're just like, so I went back and went shopping for.
Want to visit our podcast?
Oh yeah, hey Lloyd.
Hey, Gwendolyn. I
I do.
totally agree with that whole concept of making the food and then all of a sudden your stomach's like, I don't want to eat this. I don't know why I made this. You know what I mean? Like I put it in the fridge. It's like meal prep. And then once you realize I still have to eat the same thing over and over and over, that's the struggle. But
2 days in a row only.
I feel you on that one.
No, I'm like, that'll be my problem with that is because I cook for the house. So it's there, and it's not even like, oh, I can eat it again. Sometimes I cook it, and as soon as it's finished, it's like, yo, get the food. I don't want it. I want something completely different. And don't even try to cook 2 meals, because then there's 2 meals I don't want. It's
You want
weird.
to introduce yourself for our followers?
I'm sorry. Good afternoon or good evening. My name is Lloyd. I have
No social media.
no social media, nothing, and I kind of stay away from this because of this. So
No. He's actually
Cute.
this is actually something that we're talking about today. Stress, because we're on the mental health series. So what he just expressed, self-love, he don't got it.
I'm working with a therapist and a team, so it's all good.
Will be all good.
Once I
Yeah.
heard you guys were talking about food, I was like, I have to input my emotional baggage because I am there with you guys.
Oh, see. I was like, Lloyd, me and you right here. How you doing?
Women go through it, but so do men. And he's in his 40s yet. So he's coming from a black male in his 30s, late 30s, but it's his in 30s. This is his 2 cents on weight. Now she's about to give you a rant about customer service as well after I tell you my stats.
Yeah. So that's what I said. So what I was saying was I realized something that might help. Snacking through the day, but healthier snacks actually is easier because you're always constantly feeding yourself, but not a whole lot of food. And it can divert from when the food you don't want to eat that's there.
True.
So I had went and I bought a bunch of chips. One of them bags like that has a bunch of snack bags in there. I said, ooh, then I got me some cheese. Then I got,
Popcorn.
have that. Then I got some cheese, the little string cheese.
50
And then
calorie ones. They're awesome.
got the 70 calorie ones because problem with Amazon is a lot of stuff is sold out, and I had to get what I had to get.
Sure.
And so
doing that for supermarket.
Yeah, but they don't take EBT. Anyway, no, they don't.
Yes, they do
Not
now.
here. Not that here. Not
Their
here.
app, no, Instacart itself, they do
Mhm.
take EBT now. They
Oh, so they
literally
must
just
have
started.
just. Okay, see, because when I was trying before, they wasn't doing it. But anyway, so back to what I was saying. So I realized something. If I eat, when I lost most of the weight the last time, it's like I was eating more constantly through the day instead of just eating bigger meals. So I now know I have to not be the slightly lazy that I've been doing and pay more.
Prioritize.
Yes,
Priority.
priorities.
You're not
And
lazy. It's not priority.
right. And I'm like, I have to learn to take care of myself and put me first a little bit, which even my husband last night told me, you put too much pressure on yourself about school and everything else and get everything right the first time. And I'm just like, yeah, okay, you want to peg me. Okay. Yeah, so I got to do that. But he's my husband. He's supposed to do that. You know what? I do not need the judgment of faces, okay? I'm the one who usually do the faces and look at you like you're stupid. Yes, people, she did that to me. But anyway, I know it's true because that's what I'm saying. See, okay, all y'all people out there that listen to this podcast, if y'all could invent me something that I can throw at her, like on the screen, and it's just like a snowball, a pillow, it would just make me so happy.
You
Thank
need
you.
this. You need the visual effect. The one that breaks the screen. So whenever
Yes,
when
it's
you try to
poof.
throw something, it can like look like it's breaking your screen. That's what you want.
Yes, pretty much just on your screen. But anyway, so that is the plan going forward. We're gonna try to prioritize actually doing that. I ain't gonna lie and say I'm gonna do complete calorie counting because like yes, the bane of my existence, and I really don't like it. I'm gonna try to do my best to do it, and then I'm gonna do, you know, uh, what's the thing? Okay, why is this? I'm recording. Zoom try to put up a whole pop up in front of me. I'm like, anyway. So those are my stats, and that's what I got. So I will let you guys know how well this worked in 2 weeks.
Yes, because that was the plan from the last 2 weeks to tell us what your thought was because you were trying something for 2 weeks. Oh, what you
Yeah,
were trying for 2 weeks was the Zen, but you just told us that Zen moment did not happen.
right. I did it for like 3 days.
Oh,
Three.
same.
Yeah, I did it for yeah, I did it for 3 days, and it was really good. In work,
Yeah,
school, and me
yeah.
not prioritizing it because I'll admit this. Getting me up in the morning is so freaking hard because this is how my alarm clock goes. My alarm clock goes off at 9 a.m. I literally, Kim shakes me. I'm like, I want one more hour. And he sets it for another hour and I go back to sleep. And then I try to get up at 10. Now, between 10 and 11, I'm either half awake and sipping coffee or I went back to sleep.
Mm.
So it literally takes me a pre wake up, then a real wake up. And then by 11 o'clock, I've been trained by 11 o'clock, I am wide awake and I can get stuff done. But before that,
I'd love to get up at 11.
you have a real job. I don't. Well, I do have a real job, but I have a
You have
flexible
different
schedule.
times. I was about to say, you have a job. You just have a flexible schedule that I do.
Yeah, see, I just
I
had
have
to
a
remember.
very
I
flexible.
right. See, I just had to remember. Wait, I got a real job now. Yeah, but I got a flexible schedule. So that's what it is. I'm like, so getting up in the morning and doing is hard. I have to actively think
Make it a
of
priority. Yeah, make it a priority.
exactly. That's where I'm going. The plan is still good, but I just got to make it a priority to do said plan.
Yeah, that's pretty
Okay.
much it. And what
Yeah.
she said, guys, is really true because I think for myself, I was at the last 2 weeks ago. I was aiming for 220 because I had made it to 223 or 222 or 223 again. She was 226, but that's okay because actually the other day that sucker was telling me 229, so I had really gone up. And I think it was due to something that I just started trying. It's a new pill to help curb my appetite. And with that pill, you're supposed to really work out to burn. Well, she wasn't burning squat, but time.
Yeah.
Okay.
See,
So
see, that's the,
it's
that's
taking
the You know, wait a minute, I'm gonna interrupt for a second. That's the thing that I found that it's hard during quarantine because it's not it's that burning part that's hard because I realized I was talking to another girlfriend. When we used to have to go outside and go to work and do all this stuff and run, that's where half our calories would fall off because we moving, we doing stuff in the house. We don't want to do that, you know. So it's a.
See, that's the thing. I realized
I'll be
that,
back again, drink.
yeah, I realized that for me, it wasn't more about, because regular daily walking and moving, that just kept me at a certain weight. But with, being in quarantine, you do go up a little bit more if you stay sedimentary. The problem that I have is I can move and do some serious high cardio in the house, provided that I prioritize and do that. Because in order for me to drop those 3 pounds that I had actually ended up gaining, because remember I went from 222, 23 to like almost 6 extra pounds to get into 229. I literally had to start dancing again and doing like high 30-minute cardio, and just to really pump up my heart to get my blood flow movement and then to start burning up some calories. So again, it's just priority. I'm not even going to deny that. It's just, I get up early, but I could get up where I used to, the time frame I used to get up when I actually left said house. And if I did that, I would still be in the same routine where I would have had enough time to actually do that. So I have to start getting my mind in that idea that, okay, let's start pretending that you're getting up at the same time you used to when you actually left to go out the house to go to work versus roll your butt to your living room to do this. So I'm going to try that again, people, for at least the next 2 weeks. And I'm going to try again to see if I can start getting my mindset into the, let's pretend you actually get up out the, like if you had to actually leave the house again. I'm going to try to see if I can give my mind that idea, if I can pretend as if I was actually leaving the house. Because if I was leaving the house to get to work on the time frame I need to get to work, then I have that time to adequately actually do that 30-minute high cardio impact, because then that would give me that time frame. And so I need to prioritize me. Like Gwen was saying, it's like I have to get back to that because I dropped down. My goal is to really is to get back to 220 so I can work on the next 10 pounds and 10 pounds at a time, or technically really it's like 5 pounds at a time, and to keep it off. That's the biggest issue. It's like, especially with, hormones, and definitely with, as she said, being busy, you start grabbing stuff. Now I'm trying to keep using my net diary, to add my calorie intake, and if I know I'm going to be fat that day, I'm not ashamed to go and scan stuff in extra. And if I don't end up eating it, I just take it off. But I know what I'm going to snack.
Yeah.
I know I'm going to hit
Right.
the peppermint patty. I know I'm going to hit those other stuff. So I just scan them in
Mhm.
now and eat them later.
Right. And
Pray that
as
I
y'all
burn off
just
the
saw
calories.
me, this is my string cheese that I'm trying. See, so I'm like I'm doing good. This is my snack.
Yeah,
Mm,
that's pretty
okay.
much it for me. I mean, honestly, that's where I am trying to do that for myself. So
No, that sounds. It's like it's a plan. We're gonna keep going. You know, that's why
mm,
we do this lovely podcast to keep ourselves accountable
keep on.
and not just lie.
No,
Okay.
no, okay.
So, okay. So now for the rant time. This is not really a rant because I am not as upset as I was yesterday. Okay, that's why I'm saying I'm not gonna cuss or something like that. Now, there is this lovely company called SheFit. Now, with SheFit, it's a high impact sports bra. So it's kind of like having a back brace sports bra and hold your tatas in beautiful if you got big ones, right? Beautiful, beautiful bra, right? So it's really good because you can see me, I'm sitting up straight because I'm actually literally wearing said bra and stuff. The problem I
Mhm.
have with it is that their customer service, I find it lacking because now I will admit this. I ever said this to Sheila yesterday. One of the problems is that Amazon has spoiled the crap out of us, and their customer service is fantastic. You know, you get it, you order it 2 seconds later, it's in your house. It's like them old World War the cartoons where you said order it, what took you so long? 30 seconds later, it's in your hand. That's what it is. Now I will give things. I will give things time to get here. Now, what had happened
Mhm.
was they said it was going to be here this date. It was a tracking system. That date came and passed. The next day, I don't have my product. So I used a little bot on the thing and text them. They said, the short version of this, they said, well, once it leaves our hands, it's your fault. You got to deal with it. I'm like, say what now? Okay. So let's not talk to a bot. Let's talk to a person. Now, the person was
Like somebody
lovely.
asked,
Yes. Now, the person was lovely. She was really nice and very bubbly and stuff like that. But it's the company's policy. So the company policy is basically when it leaves us, it is up to you. Meaning that, so what happens is if your package doesn't get to you, you have to file a police report saying that you lost the mail, and then if you, and that's only if you bought the insurance, and then see if the insurance that you bought, it was just extra $1.55. To see the insurance will reimburse you, or not even reimburse you, try to resend your package. The reason this is wrong is they didn't try anything to help. They just said, no, you're out of luck. Because, see, you paid for it. We sent it to you. That's it. No reimbursement. No, don't see if we can send you another one for half price. No, let's see how can we help you. Can we track it? Nothing. Hmm? I
I'll
don't
be
know.
right back.
Okay. So, anyway, with all that good stuff saying, and this, and they didn't help whatsoever. It's just so, why? I don't get it. So, the reason why I'm upset about this is because it's not that you're a small-ish company. They've been around for 2, 3 years. So the problem is you have no way to help your customer. You basically make them feel like it's their fault that they didn't get the package. You're blaming the U.S. Post Office. It's like, oh, they said it was delivered as this. You know, things happen. It is quarantine. Everybody's mailing stuff. Things get lost. Things go to the left. One of their suggestions is go around to, check your front porch, check your back porch, go ask all your neighbors. Somebody, one of the comments that I read was funny. It was the so you want me to play quarantine roulette to find out where my package is? I'm like, no, ma'am, no, sir. And the fact that you have to go through a police report and everything, and you don't have any system in place to help me. Now, mind you, these are not cheap bras. They are $70 to $80. And I understand that you're online company, but you have no way in your whole business practice to help somebody. You make them feel like it is their fault and they are doing something wrong because they didn't get the package. Now, luckily for me, my neighbor did have it.
There's
So
two of them, the package, meaning that you're trying to get two packages in one. It says
right,
it was delivered, but then you're telling me I didn't get it.
which is a thing that happens
Yes.
constantly. And I'm like, especially during this going quarantine, porch pirates are a thing.
What?
You know, yeah, they got whole videos and stuff and saying that you don't get these things, but you're acting like I did something wrong. This is why I said I love the bra. I'm going to wear this bra until it disintegrates, but I doubt I will be ordering from them again because until they change these policies.
It's basically understanding is that it's called buyer beware, and that's
Mm,
really honestly when you look into it. Sorry, I'm interjection. When you look into it, when you're buying anything, it's buyer beware, and it's a good thing that she bought the insurance, basically stating that if perchance I don't receive it, that I will go through your process to claim that it has been stolen and that I've actually processed a police report to confirm for you that I am not telling a fib, because that is unfortunately a reasonable doubt for a company.
oh,
They
yeah.
don't know you from Adam or Eve. But they have to assume you're guilty without being proven guilty.
Hmm.
It's like I was telling Gwen earlier. It's about how people deliver the message
Right.
and explain. A lot of times, if people don't explain in detail to people, this is why we do this. Let me be blatantly honest. This is what the policy is and why we do it. Here's what you can do in order to rectify the situation.
Hmm.
And that's
Right.
literally what someone should have just broken down and said, hey, this is why, and this is what you need to do.
Right. Yeah, and it really wasn't that. And they just like, because the lady that I spoke to, she's like, I'm sorry that you're frustrated. And I'm just like, there's no explanation behind it. That's more of what I want. It's like what Sheila said is like really the way it should be. But like I said, if you order from them, just be aware of that. And body insurance. It's like $2 body insurance, because if not, ooh, you're gonna be fresh out. I'm just saying. And I'm like, look, my whole order was $122. Like, look, that's some money. It's not like it's $5. I'm like, no, I'm gonna need my coin or my product. You know, something. Okay, but that was my rant. You're on mute.
I know, I just realized that. I put myself on mute on purpose because I was chewing. I said it's one or the other. I want my product or my money, or you're going to tell me how to get either or back.
Exactly. I don't know why I'm snacking. I just had the snack thing.
Well, you started snacking. Now I'm snacking. So.
Yeah, I was just like, okay, I need something. I only had a smoothie today, so I'm like, okay.
All right. So
All right.
what's our next agenda?
So on the next agenda is relationships. So we are going to start on like it's going to be like a semi mental health series, but you know, mental health and just all kinds of things. So we're starting with stress, and Sheila's changing to stress in relationships because listeners and viewers, y'all should watch the show called Married at First Sight. Now, Married at First Sight is basically an arranged marriage television show. They now have Sheila, stop with the face. Now, I'm not going to go into the whole story of this person. There's this gentleman on the show. His name is Chris. He has now become the most hated person in Married at Sight history. Mind you, there have been 12 seasons of this show. Now, it's so bad that people are calling for the heads of the experts that do this. It's like, oh, y'all need to get gone because why do you let him on the show? And every episode, I call it, you know how you get that cup of tea and you're like, ooh, this is some good gossip. Oh, wait, there's more. Here, let me put some more in there. And you go, oh, wait, there's some more. Oh, wait, there's some more. Every time I try to tell Sheila the story because she don't watch it, it was like, wait, I'm not done yet. And there's more. And there's more. She called me an infomercial, but I don't care. Let me explain to you. There's more coming up now.
Like my life, people.
Yes. Now, with relationships and the stresses of them. So I figured we'll talk about this by, let's see, because you have a married lady and a single lady, right? So we're going to talk about like the problems that we have. And the funny thing is, let's start with Valentine's Day since it's tomorrow, and how so many people put so much on a holiday to buy shit. Now, I'm at the point in my marriage, I don't care. We really didn't do that much for Valentine's Day and stuff like that. And I'm like, but you see online and all the things that, oh, my man got me this and that and stuff. And it was something that I saw that's
Jack,
funny on the show. Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to interject right there. Now, I have to disclose that, again, it all depends on the couple. Each person is different. Each couple is different. And it doesn't always, and like she said, you have the emphasis of purchasing things, but at the same time, if you know you're the person that you're with and that they're not the kind of person that really needs you to buy them something, but it's the thought that counts. So getting something from their loved one extra special. Again, Valentine's Day, I'll go into it my point in 2 seconds, but for me, but I'm gonna stop there. But again, it's all depending on the people. Keep going.
Right. So we are very practical when it comes to it because Valentine's Day is like, do you really wanna? I'm like, I don't wanna. And then we have these jokes with it, like back to the Married First Sight. So when they go to their honeymoon, not the honeymoon, so their wedding night, they go to the hotel, and the hotel got the flowers on the on the bed in the shape of the heart and all that stuff. And the first thing in my head, in his head too, we both say this: who gonna clean that up? I'm just like, we're like, that's cute, but who gonna clean it up? It's in a way. It's annoying. And this is the way that we come up. That's not the point. I know hotel services because they was in a hotel, but I'm just in general. It's like It's in a way I don't care. That's the way we see things sometimes. Yes, we are romantic, but not that romantic. Our romance is different. This is what I'm saying about Valentine's Day. Our romance is different. We like doing other things, you know? Like sometimes romantic for me, bring me food, give me a drink, you know, rub my feet, hold my hand, cuddle. I'm good with that. Like yesterday, it could have been yesterday was kind of our date night, and we sat there and played this question game. And we just sat and asked questions. We went through half the dang box, and then we had a good ass time. We were sitting there. I was like, okay, this is fun, and that's my kind of thing of doing it with relationships. So the reason I say that is because I want the people out there to know this. If you get married, or even if you're in a relationship or you're single, like Sheila was saying before, love languages and stuff are different, and you just have to learn that person and understand what that is. Because I don't want people to, this is where that relationship stress comes in, that I have to fit this ideal that somebody else told me. And that is something that black women, white women, all the women's do. And men do this to an extent too, but it's just stupid. So this is the kind of idea and I want to see. Like, I like stuff, but my love language is physical touch. You ain't got to get me a gift. Touch me. I'm good. Sheila loves to be touched, but she will take a gift. She will always take a gift. Like, I'm not going to turn down the gift. I'm not stupid. But I'm just saying, you don't have to get me a gift. Hug me. Love me. Mwah. I'm good. Do the dishes. You know, when I ain't want to. Cook dinner. I'm saying. But, you know, these are the things that you have to start thinking when you want to go into a relationship. Not going, it's like, oh, do this and stuff. It's like those different levels. That's where I was coming from starting this whole thing off. Go ahead, Sheila, with your 2 cents.
So for me, it basically exactly what Glenn was saying too. Is for me, it's different. When you are in the dating field and during dating through the pandemic, so in the pandemic, I got with an ex, got with an ex, got with an ex, then left the ex. So, so it's like, okay, and now back in the dating field, but not as much as before, because again, as Gwen put it, the panoramic is outside. And because of that, it doesn't make it as easy to go out and about because I don't know what the heck you've been and I don't know who you've been with, and it's like an STD. You just don't want to catch it.
Exactly.
But at the
Exactly.
same time, you want to get to know people. So that's why we have this thing called Zoom and other video avenues. And different types of apps nowadays that you can utilize, like Text Me Now, where you don't have to give your personal phone number and things of that nature to text anybody. Just to be a little bit more on the safer side as well, because there are some crazies out there. Just let you know that that's still a thing. Insanity is still a thing. Hence why we're talking about mental health. Okay. Two, when it comes to gift giving or showing affection, and basically exactly what Gwen was saying, that each person is different. Each person has a different way to respond to shows of affection. Whereas I am a person who loves to have a little pat on the back, to be like, hold a little hand here, little
Oh,
touch
let
here.
me
I
wait a minute.
still like
Interjection.
gifts, and I still like expensive gifts as well.
Oh yeah, I have a question. Have you ever taken the love language test?
No, I have not. I probably would fail. I'm just kidding.
No, I'm just like, it's not a pass fail test. You are so stupid. I was like, you should take that and find out what your love language really is.
If it was anything like my the Harry Potter test, I'd probably be a Slytherin in love as well.
No. Okay, look, okay. Well, one, here's the
Well,
thing.
give a brief introduction of what it is, people. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. So what it is it's like a personality quiz and stuff. And so you have, I think, 5 love languages. It's physical touch, words of affirmation, acts of service. I have
Something
absolutely
else.
no.
Look it up on Google, people.
Yeah, and it is like 2 more: acts of service, physical touch.
And that's why I said I'd be the Slytherin of that.
Oh yeah. Gifts. Gifts is one of them. See, but you like because you show love by giving gifts and receiving gifts. And there's something else I can't remember right now.
Again,
But not.
I'd be the Slytherin of it.
But again, there's nothing bad with any of them. You know, this is just it's just saying this is how you show and receive love.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go
And there's
ahead.
nothing
Finish.
wrong with being a Slytherin, by the way, people. It is just my personality. And that's hence why personality tests are around. My personality leans toward that, which would probably also mean that my love language personality would kind of be on a mix of certain aspects of that as well, since it's my personality.
Right.
And that's why I was just making that as a joke.
Yeah.
But again, it's how I've also been raised in certain things because again, it's about you as a person. So if a person knows what you are like, it's about getting to know who you are before when you're in a relationship or starting to get into to understand a person because you want to see if you could be in that type of amour relationship. You want to get to know someone on a spiritual level. That's number one. You want to get to know someone on a mental connection level, like, you know, for friendship. And then you want to see if you can be on a third level, you know, where it comes to partnership, because that's literally what you're trying to do. And seeing that, you know, if you're cohesive together.
Right. Because
sometimes you're not.
Right. That's why I'm going to stop you there for the cohesiveness. Now, the reason why I'm stopping her there for the cohesiveness is something that you want to understand in a said relationship. We are in a panoramic. They can't leave. You are stuck with this person looking at their face. I'm just saying, huh? Well, for you through Zoom, or the people who are cohabitate together through the panoramic. Right.
Yes, there've been a lot of breakups.
Oh, see, the reason I put it up is that because y'all know I'm a social worker in training because I'm in school for it. Now, the other problem is that because of the panoramic, that domestic violence cases has gone up. Yeah, it's
divorces, domestic violence, breakups, all nine.
all over the board. So it's the thing is like when you're trying to start off these relationships, you really want to get to know these people and understand. And not just them, but you need to know yourself to see how you can live with somebody. Because it might be that, oh, I could live with them. They come over every other weekend. You know, we basically cohabitate. That's good. That, you know, when the world was open. Yeah, but see, the world ain't open no more. And it's not every other weekend when you have time. You ain't leaving the house to go to work. You ain't leaving the house to go to the store. Or you going to sit in the cafe and just have you a Starbucks and read a book. Yeah, I know. I miss it too. And I didn't even do it that much, but I'm just like, sitting in the cafe reading a book. Oh, it's the most beautiful thing on the planet. I miss going to Barnes and Nobles and being in there for hours sitting down. I was like, but back to
Starbucks.
because it's still Starbucks. But yeah, I had a seat. But anyway, going into this stuff because this is where the stressors come in. This is where those type of things and those thoughts. It's like when there was every other weekend, it's okay. You don't like the way they put the dishes away. You don't like the fact that they don't do the dishes. They could do that male thing, or I don't know if it's a male children or something. When they make a sandwich and they put the knife right at the edge of the sink, not in the sink, but the edge of the sink, thinking they're gonna come back and make another sandwich. No, if you was hungry, you're gonna make another sandwich. You was gonna make two at the same time. Why you putting it on the dang on the edge of the sink when they ain't gonna do nothing? Put it in the dang on sink. Well, how about this? Wash the dishes when you're done. Wipe off the counter. You got other people who will say, okay, I don't mind that. I'm a neat freak. They messy. You know, you got this. You have those some people. I've seen them that
anything can take you off.
Oh yes, because I was gonna say this. That what if you have the people who leave body parts on your floor? You know, when they come in from the outside, the coat's on the floor. Their shoes, one shoe is over here, the other shoe is in the living room that way. And you know, their purse, book bag is over here in the bathroom. How to get to the bathroom before the closet? You know, put stuff away, and then anything could tick you off. It could get to the point where you don't like them breathing. It's like, why are you breathing? Why are you breathing so dang loud? Shut up. Oh,
I've heard those too.
yeah, I've heard those too. Or like you be like me sometimes and talk through the program. because I'm asking questions, or I have a. It's not that I'm asking questions. I'll be like, all right, pause this so you don't miss nothing. That's some bullshit. I call bullshit on that because how is it you watching NCIS New Orleans, right? And there are actually 4 people against 40 people with semi-automatics, but they got 4 9s and killed everybody. I call bullshit. That is a bullshit. That don't work like that. No. Or you watching a hospital show and they come in with blood gushing this way and things, and then okay, Stitch, you fine, go home. Like bullshit. I call bullshit. I call bullshit. And don't sit there and start watching the ID channel, because then that's gonna start fights. I'm on TV because this is the only thing we argue about, because it's funny because we both start doing this. It's like I call bullshit. I call bullshit. And it's funny
Oh, Lord, girl. Lord.
because it's true.
Yes, I do get it because you miss your alone. And one thing I when I did my semi cohabitating during this
Mhm.
lovely pandemic last year, I will say I missed my time.
Mhm.
I missed my personal space.
Mhm.
When you are used to your personal space, people, your personal space, your circumference. Okay. When there is someone in your said circumference and they ain't going nowhere, it's like, don't you think it's time to go home? Don't you have a house? Don't you have someplace else to go? No? You sure? You're positive on that? I have a large house. I have a 1 floor condo. I don't have a large house. I can go to my own room. I can't close the door. Hell, there's a toilet. One doesn't want to be in the toilet all day.
Yeah.
Not that problem. So people, knowing yourself and your insanities, because I got them, and understanding their insanities, and learning to see if you want to live with that.
Exactly. And because the reason I bring it up is because they can be funny ha-has, and you could talk about it and figure things out, but you don't want it to build up into something more that you could have stopped before it started.
Brewing, it's festering.
Yes, because yeah, because we got into a couple of tips during the panoramic, the panda house, and it's like I need to go outside. I need to get some. Look, I've heard somebody. I've heard it every other way with a P to say it, and I'm just like, somebody said a personal pan pizza. I was like,
That's
I,
really funny. But
I was like, okay, this is hilarious. But anyway, so saying that, it's like you understand where you're coming from and what you learn. That's why taking the love language quiz now, having you and said partner take it, because your love language could be physical touch. His could be gift giving. Like he always give you a gift, and you're like, I don't want no damn gift. I want you to touch me. You know, or yours could be gift giving, and he is physical touch, and he just want to touch you all day, and you're like, buy me something, buy me jewelry. I love you if you buy me jewelry. But I don't. This other stuff I don't get. So these are the things that you can try to think of, and these are free stuff you could do online. I don't know how the love languages people came about. Oh Lord, what the? Oh, sorry. This happens when you on somebody else's computer and stuff just starts popping up, and you're like, go away. I know it didn't. It on your side, y'all that saw me. On my side, I saw a whole different screen. I was like, oh, stop. Okay, back to what I was saying. So it's these things that you want to talk about and talk through getting into these relationships. Now, especially during the panoramic when they can't go nowhere, and it is not dangerous but when the world was open, it was dangerous to date and to do things. Like Sheila said, you don't know what these STDs are. But now you got a whole nother thing. Besides the STDs, you have the thing that shut down the world at the same time. This is why, like I was saying about that man at first sight, I'm like, he out here slinging with a pandemic going on and the panoramic, but you slinging at the same time wrong? What
Thank you.
is your
Wrong.
issue?
It wasn't even a sling. It's a sling with a roll.
Yes. Like I said, if y'all want to know what, because I'm not going to go into it, because trust me, we'd be here a whole nother 2 hours talking about that. Because, ooh,
And a
Lord
whole
child,
very mad. Very mad people. Okay.
very,
Very.
very, very mad. Because, see, I have been in it for like, I think we're going on episode 4 now, and I've been all over the place. I, over only 2 phone calls, told Sheila about this, because I was like, mind you, this is so bad on the show, it made me change the whole podcast. We're going over relationships because of that show, because of what this man did, and is still doing.
And the sadness about the woman herself, because I'm so sorry. Because when you talk about people who got no self-love, which is what we pointed out earlier when my brother said all about this, self-love. When this girl don't have no self-love and no self-worth, doesn't know her worth, okay? When you ain't know who you are as a person, and you don't even want to try to figure yourself out, and you don't realize how much of a snack, how much of a worth, how much of a dollar bill. When I say dollar means I mean Benjamins, people. I mean more than just Benjamins. I need trillions of dollars for you to get more on a permanent basis. So when you don't have the nerve to tell me that this ugly Negro, I said it, ugly Negro, has the nerve to tell you and put you down when you a pretty woman? Are you serious? And then you put up with that craziness? Are you for real? Because you don't like yourself? You don't believe in yourself? Girlfriend, somebody call Jesus, please. I digress.
Okay. Like I said, the show's called Married at First Sight. You don't even have to watch the program. Just look at the articles, because we're talking about, his name is Chris. I don't know his last name. Just put Married at First Sight Chris. Trust me, it'll pop up in 3 seconds. Because there's been articles, not blog posts. I mean, he was in the New York Post. That's how bad it is. And we call him hashtag blessed, but instead of the 2 S's, is dollar signs. Yeah, that's what we mean. Because he ain't, like, he done, ooh, it's just bad. Now,
Want to be a minister, but I can't be a minister because I ain't gonna make no money out of. And that's all because she told me. This is secondhand. This is stuff that she told me about this man, and I already want to go roast him. Are you serious? Are you serious? Don't make me.
Okay, mind you, like I said, the child has never seen the show because she don't watch reality TV like that, unless it's Asian. And
I don't want them either.
well, yeah, sometimes. Yeah, that's true. Well, okay. Anyway,
Drama. I like make believe.
right.
Give me that make believe.
No. The only reason I was thinking, Return to Superman. That's why I was thinking. That's the closest you came to one. With the dad with the little babies.
They got the little babies in there. Those
Right.
children.
Okay. Now, so like I said, this was only 2 conversations of the show of me talking about this man and what he then did and how we got to this episode here. So going to the next part of relationships. I'm not going to go into it. The next part of relationships, saying, because this is where the stress comes in if you're trying to be somebody else. One big part about relationships is you have to figure yourself out. And this is not just for relationships. This is for life. Because the reason I say that is I am the kind of person who I am hard on myself. I'm in my head all day. I think I am the worst person on the planet because I can't do it perfectly as soon as it's done and be done in 3 seconds. Yes, I know this. This is why I'm saying that. Would you stop with the finger pointing? Anyway, and people call me out for it because for some reason in my head I got it that I must be superwoman and perfect at all times. I am working on it.
Bite your head off because she can.
I am not biting your head off for anything.
No, I said don't let her bite your head off because she can. Yes, you can.
Oh yeah, don't piss me off.
Right. Even when you're telling her something that could be good for her,
Yeah,
if she don't believe you at that moment, because she got to digest it first, she will go half cocked and you be like a wounded puppy going,
Yeah.
I'm gonna come back when you come.
Yeah.
In the next 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, I've never lied to say I don't have a temper. Look, I know I have a temper, I have a mouth, and I have a death stare that can reach cross states. Yeah, so this is the thing that that I am constantly working on with my
Not
therapist and
meek.
stuff. Huh?
I'm a meek, mild woman. I am
Okay,
tender.
okay, people, I am moving to the side because I know she lying right now. She ain't meek nor mild. She is meek or mild when she wants to be. Do not tick this woman off. She is Felicia Rashad, Julia Sugarbaker, and will read you from the left to the right, from the north to the south, to the front to the back. Don't let her try to say that. I have blow up moments, but so does she. There is a reason we are friends. There is a reason we are sisters. Because if we're both pissed off at you, you dead. But we also turn that on each other.
True.
Yeah. So
Because you care for someone. Just keep that in mind, people. There's ways to try to give encouragement and to tell people certain things, and at certain times, because you do that out of kindness and actual, honest to God sincerity. Don't be doing stuff just because you think, oh, I think it's based on my own personal opinion. No, if it ain't coming out of the kind of sincerity, that's your man.
exactly. So that's what I'm saying is that I went back into therapy because I was getting overwhelmed and stuff. And it wasn't like my marriage or anything. That had its own issues and we're working on it. But it was really, I lost myself somewhere in the whole mix. And I had to find myself and, oh, I know how to say it. I needed to see myself the way other people saw me sometimes. Is the strong, confident woman that we can do, that I can
Love
do.
yourself.
Hmm?
Love yourself.
Exactly. And this is something that you need to do for when.
BTS anthem. Not that I'm a BTS person. I'm not an army. Just saying that their whole platform is about loving yourself.
Okay, that's good. And it's something like that. And it was funny because when we first did this first podcast, it's like I sent it to my therapist, and she looked at it. She's like, "That's the first time I've ever seen you that happy and confident at one time." And I was like, "Oh yeah, we gotta work on that more." And mind you, I literally see my therapist on a Zoom meeting every week, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, yeah, so that's bad." And the fact that yeah, I was acting because I'm on here with Sheila and this is just the way I go, I instantly turn into that. But I gotta truly feel it and to be able to project. So this is the things when you're in relationships, you have to check in with yourself. You have to learn yourself. You gotta learn what you like and what you don't like. Because a lot of people said like, I'm just doing it just cause. But do you like it? If you don't like it, then why are you doing it? Uh, See, there you go. That's the problem. You gotta like these things. You gotta understand these things. This is not like trying food. It's like, oh, I'm gonna try octopus. I'm gonna keep eating it. And I don't know if I like it or not, but I'm just gonna keep eating it. Why? You do not have to keep eating it. You can stop. You could get something else. You know, we don't have to.
You have free will. Now, some people may not have that. We understand that there are a lot of people out there who are in certain type of situations where they cannot get themselves out. But even in those type of situations, which I can say for my own personal experience, that there are small victories. There are small ways to be independent, even when you are dependent and feel like there's no way out at all.
Right. And some of these things, the things that I would suggest to doing. So remember, I am not a full-fledged social worker, and Sheila works in finance. So we're giving you suggestions, but not concrete thing because you can't come back and sue us and we ain't gonna be Nick Cannon. Anyway, so here are some things that you can do. List. Lists are good. Do's, well, like do's and don'ts. What I like to do, pros and cons, and write it out. See what you do. Journal. Write your feelings down on some paper. Now, for the people who don't like writing, because there's a lot of y'all out there, I hate writing. There's this thing called voice notes on your phone. Start talking to it. You could do one of these voice recordings and you just talk to yourself all day and then watch it later and have a conversation with yourself. You know, there's, like we mentioned earlier, the love language test. Heck, you could do the other test that Sheila mentioned. You could find your Harry Potter house, because that is a personality test too. Now, I have done this test a couple of times, and it's very true, because when I didn't answer it completely and right,
Honest.
honest, thank you, that's the word. I got into Slytherin, and I'm like, that ain't true. I'm not Slytherin, because I'm not Gryffindor. I am a Ravenclaw. I know I'm a Ravenclaw. And then when I answered completely honestly, it put me right back into Ravenclaw. And I'm like, ah,
Where's my brother Lloyd, the one you met earlier? He's also Ravenclaw. So they are in the, and the funny thing is, a side note here, both of them are Ravenclaw when they're honest. Both of them are currently kind of suffer from similar issues as well. So it kind of makes sense that you have certain people that have a certain mindset that are prevalent to certain things. So that's why people take personality tests, because it kind of gives you an understanding, just a little bit, of where your mindset is in.
mm-hmm. And so doing these things have helped. And also another thing that can help with your self love, find a hobby. Find a hobby that you like to do for you that ain't for nobody else. My hobby for me right now is makeup, because I come here and brag because, again, there's beats. Do you not see the
You shamed
highlight
me. You shamed
with
me
the
into putting
lip
on lip
and,
gloss.
huh?
You shamed me into putting on lip gloss.
You can do whatever you want. I don't care. I'm talking
Yes, I
about this beat for me.
see people. Every time she come on, she all beat and all cute like, and I'm like, well, damn, I need to do something. So I need to put down some lip gloss. I
But
want to
that's
look like she's alive and I'm dead on the other side of the screen. You know?
but that's not your truth. I'm living in my truth. And it's something I've been trying to do for years. And because of the quarantine, I've had time to really do it and find products that actually work. So I am going to do that. But that was the thing I'm saying is, I'm not trying to shame Sheila. She's known me for years and wanting to do this. That's just her being herself. I really like this, and like my husband likes it, but I didn't do it for him. I did this for me. And I'm like, I show it off because it makes me proud that I can do this. But
Mhm.
another thing that I did before was I have crocheted, and I'm fairly decent at that, because
Mhm.
I've even sent stuff to Sheila. I made a Slytherin hat and cap. I mean, a hat and a scarf, and she's like, "This is beautiful. I love it. Oh my god!" You know.
And those are things that we were also just to tag that on, like for Valentine's, if people want to get someone something, they could take the time to make them. Same thing with Christmas or high holidays. You don't need to go to a store to go buy something expensive. People sometimes actually would love something that you took the time, effort, consideration to make them, and or to show them just a little extra that, hey, I thought of you. And I think that's the biggest thing that I love about
Hmm.
gifts is like, or gift giving, or or some type of show of care, is that I thought of you.
Yes, and that's kind of the biggest thing we're thinking about here with the relationship talk is, I thought of you, but I'm thinking of me.
Yep.
It's
Mm-hmm.
like you got to do both. So it's like, yeah, gift giving. I love making blankets and stuff for my friends, and like, here. It's like, and they've been like freaking out of how it came out. I think I'm gonna make me a Ravenclaw scarf. That'd be
Oh, if
cute.
you make a Ravenclaw scarf, could you make one for Lloyd?
No, I was just thinking that. So, oh, maybe if I do both, I'll make one for me and one for him, and I'll send it out. Cause if I can find that iron-on patch for both of us,
Okay.
ooh, you
Lloyd,
remember
would
the
you
one?
be in the car waiting for me? How about,
Hmm? I have no idea what's going on because I can't hear.
no, I said apparently my brother is waiting in the car for me. I was asking if he wanted the Ravenclaw scarf. Apparently he's waiting in the car for me to go to Starbucks. I don't know how long
Oh,
he's been out there.
I didn't know either. We're doing a podcast, so why did he think to get in the car? Never mind. Anyway, I was coming to an end with understanding this is what we're gonna do. So on the next podcast, we'll do our stats again, but we're gonna keep with the mental health thing. Exactly what thing is we're gonna do, I'm not sure yet. And I'm gonna honestly say what mental health thing we do next is depending on what happens on Married at First Sight, because it's gonna be what's gonna piss me off. Because
Or whatever, if you guys have a specific topic, or
Oh, yeah.
thoughts, please don't hesitate to put them in the comments. Like, subscribe, and again,
Email,
comment.
we check those.
Well, she checks those. I really don't. I'm not gonna lie to you. But if you like, subscribe, comment. Now, if you comment, then I can actually see that myself. If you do that on the YouTube, or if you comment in the messaging for, don't forget to listen to us on Spotify as well, or wherever you can find a podcast. Try to see if you can find us on that. I don't think I have checked. We're not on Amazon Music podcast though.
No,
But we are definitely on Spotify.
Spotify, Google, and like 5 other ones.
Yeah, I
It's
know
like 6 if
the
I'm on.
major one I know is Spotify, so that's the one I've shared with my friends and
Yeah.
colleagues.
Yeah.
So don't forget, people. We take comments too.
Yeah, we do.
We might take a look and see if we can comment.
Oh, yeah, because we'll probably talk to you because, well, you there. And we're like, hi.
You're like, peace, hey, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing, baby? How you doing?
Well, like I said, and I'll be like, if you haven't commented or anything, it really will be how bad he pissed me off in the next two episodes from in the 2 weeks, because next week look like they're gonna be a fight between couples, and I'm waiting to see what happens because I want somebody to lay him the f out. Right?
And if you can I get a photo shot?
If the, you know what, I will update you in the next 2 weeks before we do the show to let you know. Oh, it's okay.
I can see his behind get whooped.
Yeah, I would too, because I'm like, the little white boy was trying to leave, and he's trying to get up and go like this, and the other dude who's black AF, because he did it so well, he body checked. He's like, poof, move back, and I was just like, how you doing? I was like, I'm waiting to see how this gonna happen. And I was like, because I'm like I said, most hated man. You don't understand. It's so horrible. But anyway, yes. But anyway, we thank you for joining us today. And I'm Gwendolyn.
I'm Sheila.
And we're Godly Spirits Ladies, and we'll see you next time. Bye now.
Have a good one, and everybody, please stay blessed.